It's fair to say that the Chicago Bears NFL 2022 season hasn't been good at all, with a record 2-4. They just lost to the Washington Commanders in a pretty boring game on Thursday night. The Bears had many chances to put the game away, but the Commanders came on top. Speaking of the Commanders, they're not a good football team. But Justin Fields did take a beating from the Washington D-line, and he was able to get right back up for the next play. It was incredible to see the toughness from Justin Fields. That game, Justin Fields threw for 190 yards and rushed for 88 yards, also took 5 sacks. He was also intercepted on the Washington 5-yard line by a D lineman. On the other hand, Carson Wentz threw for 99 yards. That shit was horrible. In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Bears drafted Justin Fields 11th overall. Before Fields coming into the NFL, Fields had a story. He committed to Georgia Bulldogs at first, but after his freshman football season with Georgia, Fields transferred to Ohio State. He wasn't able to beat Jake Fromm for the starting quarterback position. He wanted a team where he could be their starting quarterback. In Georgia, Fields threw for 328 yards, 4 TDs, and 0 interceptions. In Ohio State, he threw for 3,273 yards, 41 TDs, and 3 interceptions. When the Bears drafted Justin, I thought he was going to be one of the top quarterbacks by his second season. But the Bears needed help, and that was by hiring new head coach Matt Eberflus. He was hired in 2022 by the Bears. Matt came from the Colts, who was their defensive coordinator from 2018 to 2021. Now, the Bears are a very bad team. I really just don't get it. Fields has thrown 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions so far this season. He really hasn't shown anything this season as well as last season. He keeps overthrowing his players and is very inaccurate. It's been tough on Chicago fans just when you thought that this could be the season for them, but it hasn't. What is happening with the Bears exactly? Well, it's really been a roller coaster ride for years now in Chicago, and I'm going to be very honest. The Bears need to fix key points in order for them to be a good team, and that all starts with the big boys up front, the O-line. If Matt Eberflus wants Justin Fields to play like he did in college, then he needs to start building around him. The O-line was one of the key points that made Justin so successful in Ohio State. He needs an O-line where he can stay in the pocket and throw the ball. We all know Justin can scramble and run, but in order for that to work, well, the Bears need to balance that out. The only good thing about this offense is they can run the ball, but it hasn't been that consistent. So I would say that could be better as well. On the other hand, he needs better targets. Yes, I know Justin has Darnell money, but he hasn't had a good season so far. Darnell is not a bad player. He just hasn't been able to connect with Fields. But the Bears do need a star wide receiver for Justin Fields, someone who he can trust and feel comfortable throwing the ball to. First and foremost, the Bears organization needs to figure out if Justin Fields is the future of this team. That is the big question in Chicago. I understand the team is young and still needs time to develop. However, if Justin Fields is not the guy in Chicago, then it's better to move on from him now than later. Bitch, we some stars, pull up in foreign car. I ball like LeBron, bitch, I do what I want. They ain't no none, I do this shit for fun,